I told Amy when she went to the yard sales not to get me any more doll beds, but get me stools.
You always sell stools. I always say, what are you going to do with that?
So I was excited. She got exactly what I wanted.
So it needs fixed, I guess.
Oh,
what kind of material is that?
This is a fiber splint, so I will put natural splint on it.
Okay. What's that mean, fiber?
It's made out of paper.
Oh, wow. Okay. Is this back to they didn't have wood, or they weren't harvesting and moving from the jungle or getting along with them there? How's this new stool doing? This is the one you pulled out of the car?
Amy picked up at the church sale. And it was filthy. It's got bugs in it.
Oh, this is that chair. It looks cleaner already.
Well, I did wash it, but it needs. They finished it after the seat was on, and I'm afraid that's going to show.
Oh, no.
So I'm going to stain it.
Every chair's got a story.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is what?
That's
the seat. What kind of material?
That's a fiber splint again.
Okay.
Look at the size of these. They're different.
What do you mean different?
Well, this one's fat and that one's skinny.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you could tell by the just looking at it.
Well, fall must be coming on. Seems like the drain pipes are alive with the sound of chipmunks. I see you've got it stained.
Yeah, this is a pain in the butt.
You know what? That's not square either.
No.
One side's taller than the other.
Yeah, I just noticed that now, and it's off a couple different ways.
Okay, interesting. Can't wait to see what you do with it. What color weave? What kind of material?
I like to go with the same thing that was on it, but I don't know. I was thinking about putting neckties on it.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just have to wait and see.
And an eighth of an inch can really make a difference. Sometimes on that. Let's see the distance between here.
Is it going to affect the weaving?
Sometimes. It depends. If this rail is longer, or like the one across from it, then you'll have more space left over. That's why I measure both rails, and that's how I figure out what I'm going to put on it. Like this is a quarter. If I put ½ inch, I've got a quarter of an inch extra. And I can lose an eighth on either side. Now this one is a little more than a quarter. Of course, I'm not holding it exactly perfect either.
How could they make it so unsquare? In every direction.
I said, the drill press goes,
okay,
deeper.
You've made these things.
Yeah. So, but it'll work out. I'll figure something out. And you can lose, a little bit here and there. That's why I did stain the rails. I don't usually do that because if it shows through and I put a dark material.
Oh, you can't even show. They stained it before doing the seat. You can't even tell now with the staining.
Yeah, that worked out. I had the color was good. It was a dark walnut.
Let's see if we can catch up with the weaver again here. Oh, what are you doing now?
I'm stuffing the little stool that was crooked last year that I, started.
Okay, last summer, fall, the crooked one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got my name in it and, all that stuff. And
okay, and why does everybody stuff them? What's that for? Or is it just because you didn't cook a turkey yesterday for Thanksgiving?
It holds the splices together better. And
what's a splice?
When you put two weavers together. And this is the top I was experimenting with different patterns. So I decided on something simple because I put such a wide material on it. I had a hard time getting this squeezed in.
You don't just put a different pattern on each chair. You try to decide what best suits and fits it.
Exactly.
Okay.
I like the simplicity.
So it's a crooked chair. Do you have a crooked pattern?
It won't be crooked on the,
okay.
pattern. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know that we've ever seen you do the weaving part.
Yeah, well, I soaked the material
So
already.
you got the material soaked, so what, it's flexible.
Yeah. And then there's a right side and a wrong side. This is a reed. And there's a right side and a wrong side to the material.
And how can you tell which side?
Well,
right or wrong?
I'm looking at this piece right now, and it's the rougher side, and this looks rougher.
That goes in or out?
That goes in, and then this looks smoother, so I'm hoping that that's it, but it doesn't look real smooth. I'm having, this is a little touchy here, this piece.
Okay, well, it is a natural material, so I guess there's variation from
and you always
one
start
to the
on
other.
the bottom.
So the first part you did was the wrap.
Yes.
It's not like warp and weft on a loom, or is it? Yeah, the wrap is done.
Okay.
Okay, so you're doing what, a herringbone?
Yeah, and I'm going over 3 and under 2.
Looks like you're putting that in the same as the piece that's already in there.
That's a sample.
Oh, that's just to get it started.
That's what I decided on at the beginning, and I didn't want to forget what I decided on.
Okay. And by pattern, you mean that you do the herringbone weave, but it could be in the shape of a diamond or a...
Yeah, like this one.
Okay. Oh, okay, a diamond, or we saw you do an arrow with the round oval reed on that special kids rocker.
Yes. Well, there was a herringbone on that, just plain. There was a diamond, and there was a arrow.
Oh, so that one had 2 patterns on it.
No, it's my new little
on the special
trail.
kids rocker.
Okay, I'm set now.
Okay, so the sample piece just gets you started, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, but I decided on ahead of time, so I want to make sure
and you then push it in tight along the side?
Yeah. You got to watch, though, I don't have it tucked in on the back. I have it tucked in, but that's all, so it's far enough that it won't pull out.
And what's this?
What's what? That's a string, right? You're looking at? That's where I tied the 2 together.
You tied the 2 what together?
The 2 pieces of reed.
Oh, okay, when you come to the end.
Yeah, and then you overlap them. Now, I'll try to hide that, and possibly, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen on the back. It doesn't matter. You do all your splices on the bottom. Okay, I'm ready to go around the other side. Now, sometimes like on that little rocker, I can do more than one weaver, but with a wide material like this, it doesn't really make sense. Okay, I think now what I want to do is meet this pattern over here, and I kind of already have that figured out.
The bottom, you don't have to worry about the design. You just do the straight herringbone. Yeah,
I can even change it, to make it. But I like under 2 and over 3. It's the unders make it easier. See, I'm meeting the pattern up there. Actually, there's a way, when you get written directions for this, they tell you to start at a certain place. I don't pay attention to that stuff anymore. I just do the pattern like it should be done. Sometimes I wanted this one to go under, so I planned that for right now, and then I'll catch it later with an over. This material is very heavy and hard, so.
And then the flip.
Back and forth. Now I can do this pattern, or I can decide what to do on this. I could go either direction. I can go this way or this way, but I'm going to go the easiest way I can see and to follow the pattern. So I'm going to go under 2, over 3, under 2, over 3, vicious cycle. There we go.
Okay, well, I'm going to come back when you've got this further along.
Yeah, now I won't weave this any further than one piece of material. because I'll let it dry then, and so I can maybe squeeze more in here. I'm going to have
dry it and then snug it.
Yeah, or loosen it up too.
So who's this little baby in the basket?
Oh, that's, I think, Julia, and that's a basket. I think she's
Julia, here she is at the loom too. You mean Julia, the pottery apprentice?
Yeah, she's.
How did I get her? And did she leave? How did she leave the weaver's studio? Okay, so let's see now if we can figure this out. Oh, okay, I see now. You're doing a straight herringbone.
Yes.
Not a pattern, and it goes diagonal in one direction. And then it's just like learning to ski. They probably now call it piece of pizza. The way they go when you walk. Okay. Whereas the same, you can also do a diamond or an arrow. And okay, so now we can see you're doing what? An under 2. Why do you do just under 2 and over 3?
Actually, it's easier to just do under 2 rather than under 3. I could have gone under 3 and over 3, but it's harder to come up when you have more space between them. So I like it. And it's simple. I mean, it gives you a little more kind of different arrow effect. I mean, this isn't the
And then when you get to the end, what happens if it's only an under 1 when you get to the end? Oh, I see. It was an under 1 there. You just do it.
Yeah. The ends are, unless you have the right amount of wraps, then you're.
So that looks like a fairly thick and heavy material compared to this one here that you have to repair.
Yeah.
So is that what helps you also decide if you're going to do a pattern, the thickness of the material?
Oh, certainly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And actually, the thick material is kind of nice. It almost looks like the split oak or something.
Well,
which I don't think there are too many kooks around that would still do that.
This material is heavier than some of it comes.
Yeah, the heaviness gives it a texture and a bit more depth and feeling to it.
Hiding these ties and
all the splices on the bottom. What happened to them?
Well, they all got hidden, luckily.
Okay.
Anybody starting this, though, should always start with a finer material. This is too heavy, or too wide, too, for this stool.
It makes a nice presentation, though.
Yeah, it does.
But it's not easy.
And, well, it makes it hard to fit in here, too, because I'm looking at the amount. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, it is getting tight.
And I have 4 done. I'm going to have 1 more. I'm going to have a little bit of space down here. I'm going to have to slide all that down.
Yeah.
So, probably. Because I can't possibly, I don't think, fit another one in there.
It's nice that you hid all the splices on the bottom.
Yeah, not that anybody sees it. Across the top, this is what I'll get left over. And I'll probably...
Oh, you mean there is a little bit of space there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's no way I'm going to get...
Because I didn't think it was going to fit in. Well, it's also very tight to begin with. That's not going to mean a whole lot. But
once this all dries, I'll slide it down slightly.
You will space them, so you'll space them out evenly.
Yeah, I'll try to get...
Does everybody do that?
I don't know. I don't know everybody.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That they find you a mile back a dead-end dirt road because you're the only person that does this. Unless somebody would just try to do it on their own.
By the time they pay for the material and everything else, sometimes it's cheaper to have somebody else do it. Where's my little gadget? My cooking. There it is. Can't do without it.
Well, the end looks like it's getting tore off. Do you ever...
Yeah, oh, yeah. Sometimes you have to cut it off.
Okay.
But I won't bother until I have to.
So where can you get those tools?
I got this one out of my kitchen.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. It would be in a specialty food shop. It would be $9.99.
You really need to buy are these. You could not do a chair.
Okay, and you use those in the wrap.
Yes. Actually, you can do them on the weave sometimes too, if you want to, have a helper. But this is going in tight, so I don't need them. And the rest of the stuff is sort of normal.
Okay.
Although
a toothbrush, clothespins, screwdrivers.
Yeah, my jar got broken.
Measuring thing.
This wax string.
Jar.
This is important, and you can use dental floss.
Oh, okay. That looks like the kind of string electricians put through lines, conduit.
And let's see what else is important. Well, measuring, tape measure. These are nice. This little thing, the 1/4 inch size. This is good for basketry. Hi, Ralphie. Did you want to see what I'm doing? Oh, you can't get here, huh? Oh, you're going to try like heck, though, aren't you? Yeah, you made it. Yeah. Yeah, well, you got tangled up in my stuff, too, huh? Are you a good boy? Huh? Oh, yes, my good boy. I don't have anything for you down here, though. Oh, yeah.
Those things going here.
I'm done. No, I just have to wait till it dries.
Oh, and then what happens?
Well, then I'm going to try to make the spaces a little bit, even on this.
So that you don't have that space there.
Well, I'll have it.
And well, it looks the same on both sides.
Yeah, this one is, but this one isn't.
Oh, okay. Let's
but that's
see.
because this is a crooked stool, too.
Narrow, that's wide, so you will pull those apart and space it. But it still seems...
It's pretty good, yeah.
Very tight. I mean, compared to what a beginner might do. Not that there's a problem with it being loose. At your first chair, you try to do it yourself. But, and you hit all the splices on the bottom.
Oh, yes. It turned out perfect.
Okay.
I got to hide the paper, though, a little bit. And then I'll sign it and varnish it. And it'll be done.
Okay, very nice. We'll have to get
market,
maybe get your signature doing it too. Okay, well, hold it up and smile for the still shots.
Oh gosh. Well, I finished my stool here, and I, tightened it up as good as I could. And now I'm putting a coat of, well, I always say varnish, but it's polyurethane or something like that. I used to use varnish. That's how long I've been doing this,
And did you get these things all spaced out properly?
Well, as good as I could.
Okay.
Whatever, because this is a wide material, and it, I had pushed my luck on it, which it turned out pretty well, considering. I kind of...
Okay, so this one was a found chair and the crooked chair. And what's the next step? So you need to sell it and find a good home for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that shouldn't be too hard, really, because I had one similar to this last time, and it's beautiful. They're pretty stools. That's it. Go, go.